This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so we got Offset seeming unbothered in his car for some reason, but he is laying. Think about this: he's laying down in the back seat, so like the way back, with a blanket and a pillow. It seems like he's bothered to me. Seems like he's trying to put out videos to show he's unbothered that his wife has filed. But he knows that's not going to go through. You know, I'm sure he thinks it's a little scary that it could go through, but she's not going to leave him. All right? You know, even if he was cheating, she's not leaving him. It's just, it is what it is. She's not going to leave. She's going to threaten to leave to try to get him back in line. She has 3 kids with the man, and she wants to have a family, you know, a tight-knit family. So she's going to try to rough through the storm, you know? I'm going to tell you, it is what it is. I mean, people don't really change, you know, that much. And, you know, he knows everything will go back to normal. I'm sure he's a little bit worried, but it is what it is, you know. LL Cool J, now, he starts naming the Mount Rushmore of Def Jam. But he excludes Jay-Z and DMX from his Def Jam Mount Rushmore. Now, he's had problems with Jay-Z in the past, right? So, he prioritized himself over Jay-Z and DMX, of course, because there would be no Def Jam without LL Cool J, right? Because he was one of the first artists they had. You know, amongst others, but he was, I mean, come on, he's still dropping music today. That says everything, right? He says it's Public Enemy, Beastie Boys, of course, Beastie Boys and Public Enemy are definitely, and then Slick Rick, absolutely. It's tough to argue with his other picks. All 4 acts defining hip-hop names in the 1980s helped turn it into what it is today. Yeah, that see, I would love to remove the Beastie Boys, but they were very important because without the Beastie Boys, you wouldn't have LL Cool J because they kind of pushed his tape forward to Rubin, you know. So I don't know. To me, but I'm in a different era, you know. Like I'm not listening in the '80s. Man, it means nothing to me, you know. I was growing up during the '80s, so I was too young. To me, DMX is super impactful. LL Cool J, DMX, Jay-Z is very important too. I don't know. It's LL Cool J's Mount Rushmore, not mine. So that's and he was there for it all. I wasn't, you know, and neither were you. So it's really up to LL. Let's see. Jay-Z battle rapped in a parking lot in 1996. LL admitted the story was true and that he said that he rapped Jay's partner beforehand and claimed he ran out of rhymes, which is very possible. LL Cool J at least keeps it real, right? All right, so then we got Tasha K has picked up the Math Hoffa story. Her and Math Hoffa don't get along. She's exposed him in the past for alleged, you know, problems with women. And right now, Math Hoffa's wife and him, I guess something that happened 2 years ago is getting exposed where, you know, they got into an argument. You can hear on some audio that was released. Champ is involved because I guess he was around at that time and she was texting Champ to help. And those text messages have been released to Tasha K. This is all alleged, but, you know, this will blow over. This ain't going to do nothing to Math Hoffa. Even if it's true, it wouldn't do anything to Math Hoffa, to be honest with you. I don't know what's, you know, she said they did get into us. The wife admitted they did get into it. I think even Math Hoffa admitted to it. But there was like audio added to the whole thing. But Tasha K is going to keep that pressure on. And, you know, what I've seen is that women that are in bad situations where someone's putting hands on them, as we see with Bad Baby, they usually stay. I don't know, maybe, I don't know why, but they do. That's all I have to say about that. I mean, it's not my problem. It's Math Hoffa's problem. You know? I don't agree with putting hands on a woman at all. I don't like Fabulous really that much anymore because he put his hands on his wife, you know? It makes me think differently about somebody when they get into a physical altercation with a woman. There's no reason to. I've been in plenty of relationships where things get bad, you know? Never have I put my hands on a woman. Ever. You know? But that's just because my mom specifically raised me not to, you know? My mom was good. My mom was good. I remember when I was a little kid, I was like 6 or 7, and I remember my mom made me mad, and I pushed her. She acted like she was hurt, like she was crying, right? And I was like, oh man, I messed up. And then I looked back, and my mom had the most evil look on her face, and she beat the crap out of me. She beat me bad, bro. She took a stick and whipped me with it and everything. And she said, you never put your hands on a woman. You know, my mom, and she was right, you know, but like, I'm glad she taught me that from a young age, you know. But you know what? I'm going to say something, man. Maybe Math Hoffa and people like that do things like that, maybe they grow up in a household where they think it's okay because maybe the father puts hands on the mom in front of them. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. 40 Cal recalls a time when Jay-Z pulled up on Mase and said, what, you want to battle? And then Mase said, nah, but what's up with them lyrics on that song you talking about me? And Jay-Z said, everyone knows I'm talking about you. And 40 Cal said that was a crazy time back in the 90s. And everyone wished Mase would have done something to protect Harlem, you know? But you know, they had a beef in the 90s, in the late 90s. Speaking of Jay-Z, Dame Dash. So he's been talking about that he could see. I don't dislike Dame Dash at all. I like him. You know, he's someone that inspired most of us. You know, he's someone that inspired most of us. But his Rocafella shares will be auctioned off by the feds on August 29th. I don't think he could ever sell them. Because, like, if it's just going to be auctioned off, you know, and you were talking about this person, that person could buy them. First of all, they're probably not worth anything. Maybe they're not worth anything. You know, like, really, like, to own them. Like, you know, maybe someone just wants, maybe you want to own them to be put, you know, in your file cabinet. You know, I own Rocafella. It's like owning something that nobody wants to buy, right? Unless you're into, like, a museum type of art, you know. I believe Jay-Z will probably buy them when they go up for auction, you know. He lost this $800K court battle, and I guess this is how they're going to raise the funds. The guys don't want it that did the movie with him. They would rather have the cash. So it's going to be auctioned off. Jay will definitely buy these. I bet you Cameron and Mase, they were talking about buying it, but I don't even think they could have bought it. I think it has to go through an auction. I think Dame Dash was using this as a marketing opportunity to market his name. That's what I think. A lot of people in the comments are like, and he calls himself a boss. He did. This was a goofy thing to lose, to go to court over something like this, over a movie that probably made no money. Let's be honest. Oh my gosh. It's hard to see Dame Dash not up. Like, I think he gets most of his money from, I don't know, man. You know, I'm not going to speculate anything, man, because I don't know his business. RondoNumbaNine dares the state to release him by 2025. Yeah. Talk about goofball. This guy's a goofy. I don't think he gets out to 2040 or something like that, right? Oh, yeah, they're like, you know what? Bet. I'm going to let you out. Like, are you kidding me? And then I guess this is El Chapo's boss, El Mayo, caught in El Paso, Texas. So he was across the border. He was the world's most wanted man with a $15 million bounty on his head. Police say he was the most low-key drug boss of all time, worth $10 billion. Well, who's going to get this $15 million now? Right? Who's going to get it? The cop who caught him? Or is he just doing his job? What do they expect, like a regular citizen to catch him? Like, I never get that. Like, you get a bounty on someone's head. How do you collect the bounty? I would want to have details before you know? Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you all, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace.